Hey everyone, Paul here again, back here with a mammoth of fantasy film. And they don't come much more fantastical than KAREL ZEMAN. KAREL ZEMAN, I hear many of you saying, who is KAREL ZEMAN? Well, that is part of what this video hopefully will explain and introduce a whole new audience to. Certainly, as far as I'm concerned, discovering KAREL ZEMAN has been a recent highlight, very much so. And let's touch upon not only his films but this great Blu-ray release, which gives a real insight into who the man is and what his filmmaking is all about, because this one contains 3 of his very finest works together on one Blu-ray disc, but with all that space and capacity of storage, the clarity and quality of all these great old school films are there to be seen and fully appreciated. This Blu-ray release is very, very difficult to come by. Very expensive if you're lucky enough to find it. So finding it, waiting on a couple of eBay potential pickups on this one over the last few months, but they were snapped up and they sell for around about £25, even more. And if you go onto Amazon, you'll see that the purchase price for this one is around about that £25 mark, which for a Blu-ray release is quite a lot of money, quite extraordinary, but very much worth it when you're getting 3 quality movies such as this from KAREL ZEMAN. Now, all of these films on this disc do come with English subtitles. All the films are widescreen, and they do come with DTS sound. But what we're looking at, of course, KAREL ZEMAN, he's a filmmaker, old school filmmaker, and looking at these 2 films in the background, you'll think, well, those are films of Ray Harryhausen, and you wouldn't be wrong, and great films they are. Ray Harryhausen, obviously, when it comes to fantasy film and stop motion animation, quite rightly, people name Ray Harryhausen as one of the greatest. But at the same time, he was creating and directing some of the most memorable big screen fantasy films, such as the 2 we're looking at there. The genius that was KAREL ZEMAN was also making breathtaking films to entertain and enthrall as well. And KAREL ZEMAN and Ray Harryhausen really pretty much at the same time, came along at the same time and went hand in hand. But of course, Hollywood bound Ray Harryhausen had a greater opportunity to reach a greater multitude of people and audiences, whereas KAREL ZEMAN was from the Czech Republic, and of course, being a smaller country, very difficult in Europe to get the same accolades. But he is so very deserving, such a great proponent of not just filmmaking. He's a director and special effects guy, but also a great talent as far as the stop motion filmmaking is concerned. And you get the opportunity to check these out. Do go on to YouTube and check out, just put in KAREL ZEMAN, and you'll get some short little films of his. He made a lot of short films as well, and you'll get a real flavour and real sense. And if you weren't aware that who KAREL ZEMAN is, you'd have thought immediately looking at this work, oh, that's got to be something that Ray Harryhausen made, and you'd be forgiven for that. But here now, KAREL ZEMAN, he deserves your respect, and he's well worth checking out. And if you can pick up this one, as I did, just under £10, absolutely amazing price, grab it with both hands. Please do pick it up. Pretty much, as I say, Harryhausen and ZEMAN, their movie making went hand in hand from the early 1940s to the beginning of the 1980s. Both also had a film creating attachment to the fantastical adventures of Sinbad, The Sailor. One of my all-time favourite films actually is fantasy films, certainly, is The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. But check out Karel Zeman, as I say, because he made a lot of short movies about Sinbad as well. Now, Karel Zeman was born, raised and passed away in his homeland of the Czech Republic. His magical movie-making style influenced many later creative filmmakers, including Monty Python's Terry Gilliam, whose big-budgeted effects spectacle The Adventures of Baron Munchausen came out some 26 years after Zeman's own version made back in 1962 of the outrageous Baron Munchausen, which is one of the films here on this highly sought-after Blu-ray release, along with two other Zeman great stop-motion effects-laden fantasy adventures in The Journey to the Beginning of Time from 1955 and The Fabulous World of Jules Verne from 1958. Also available in a 3-disc DVD set, the best of Karel Zeman deserves your attention, and it's at its finest here in HD on this highly collectible Blu-ray release. 3 fantastical films to take you back to a bygone period of adventures and escapism, so loved from our childhood days, and the golden era of magical movie making. Truly, this Karel is not just for Christmas. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. Do let me know your thoughts on Karel Zeman. If you've seen his films and you know about his work, do please share your thoughts in the comments box below. But before we go, actually, I'll just open this one up as well. Just to show you nothing rare that leaps out, but just to give you a look inside there. Get the 1 Blu-ray disc, but it does come with the 3 films. And just a look at the great man himself there with some of his stop motion models there. Great stuff. Karel Zeman, he is the guy that you need to check out if you love your fantasy films and your stop motion movies. Great stuff, as I say. Thanks very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Take care, everybody. See you all soon. Bye for now.